Your next witness.
Say we call Nicole White.
All right. Good afternoon, Ms. White. If you would please make your way to the witness stand. It is on my right, all the way to the back or front of the courtroom, as the case may be. And if you would, when you get there, come up a riser, raise your right hand, and my clerk, Teresa, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, ma'am. Please have a seat. First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each.
Nicole White, Nicolewhite.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you. Ma'am, I'm going to direct your attention to November 21st of last year. Were you at the City Waukesha Parade?
I was.
And were you a participant or were you a spectator?
I was walking with the Remax group.
Okay. So did Remax have a float in the parade?
Yeah, there was a van.
Okay. Is there anything unusual about the van?
It had like a fire projector off the back of the top of the van with like a basket.
How did it come about that you were walking with the Remax group?
My friend's mom was with the Remax group and had asked us to join and walk with them.
Approximately how many people were walking with you that day?
I would have to guess and say maybe like 12.
Were a lot of those people you had known from your friends, your relationship with your friend?
Yeah, probably about half of them.
Okay. And what was the general, do you remember the weather that day? It was in November, I'm assuming cold?
Yeah, it was gray. I mean, sweatshirt and jeans weather.
Had you walked in the parade before?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Had you ever been a spectator of the City Waukesha Parade?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to show you a clip, and it's kind of at the beginning of the parade. It's Exhibit 142. I'm going to have it displayed on the screen in front of you, and I'm just going to ask you, we'll play a couple seconds of that if it's okay, and just let me know when it's displayed on your screen. Is it before you now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to play it for a couple seconds, okay? Okay. Do you recognize that video clip?
I've never seen this before, no.
Does that show, though, however, the van that was in front of you that you were marching with on the parade on November 21st of last year?
Yes.
Let me play a couple more seconds and you can tell me if you see yourself behind the van, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does this accurately reflect what you recall of this section of the parade, which it looks like it's at the beginning of the parade in terms of who you were with and what the float looked like?
Yes.
Okay. I'd ask that the court admit this into evidence and display it, publish it to the jury.
Objection. Witness just stated she doesn't recall the clip.
The witness has answered questions that establish the foundation for this. And based on that, the court is going to receive Exhibit 142 and permission to publish is granted.
So wait one moment. I'm just going to have it play through so that jury can see it, okay? Okay, if you can play. Can you pause it for a moment? Do you see yourself in this this section that's been paused?
Yes.
There's a touch screen. The screen in front of you actually will react to your finger. Can you circle where you are in this frame? Okay. And if we can clear that off, I just wanted to let the jury know kind of who they were looking at. If we can play it the rest of the way, it was paused at 21 seconds. It's a total clip of 33 seconds. Thank you. Did you have a formation, or exactly what was the purpose of the people walking behind the van?
There were other people that were passing out candy along the way at certain points. I was mainly just taking pictures as we went.
Okay. And was that part of your duty, is to kind of take pictures of the whole environment, what was around you, and kind of your perspective from walking in the parade?
Yeah, part of one of my friends from the group, her younger son was in the basket of the Remax van, so I was taking pictures of him and the other younger boy.
Did there come a time when you, in the parade route, that you started hearing something unusual going on behind you?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever hear anything that caused you to look back?
No.
So what do you remember about at some point were you struck?
Yeah, that's the first point that I knew that anything was happening, was when I was hit. There wasn't any commotion or noise until right at that moment.
Okay. So can you tell the jury what you recall of that moment, if you will?
I just remember being struck by the vehicle from behind, on my back, and then I fell to my knees and kind of rolled under the vehicle, and when after it happened, I guess I didn't really know, I thought that somebody would have stopped after that point, and when I looked up, I just remember the vehicle continued.
Do you recall anything about the vehicle, like a vehicle description, what color it was?
It was a red SUV.
And when you said that the vehicle, you thought it would have stopped, did you see the vehicle stop?
No.
Did you see any brake lights on the vehicle?
Not that I can recall.
The objection is noted. It's overruled. Will you restate your answer, please?
No.
And I should have maybe clarified, did you see any brake lights activated after when you looked up from being hit?
No.
Now, where were you in relationship to the float when the car struck you? Were you immediately behind the float? Do you recall?
I was probably a couple of yards back from the float, but I was behind the Remax van, yes.
So would it be fair to say that you were more in the middle of the road versus on the left or the right side of the road?
Yes.
And when you looked up after being struck, did you see the path that the car took, or the SUV?
It veered to the left side of the van that was in front of me.
And then did you see where it went after that?
It just continued, but I couldn't, the van, I couldn't see anything beyond that, no.
As you saw the car after it struck you, so what you're saying, I just want to make sure I've got this right, is prior to the vehicle striking you, you never looked back before it struck you.
Correct.
So you didn't know what hit you at the time that you were struck.
Correct.
And when it went past you, how fast was it going? And I'm not really talking about how many miles per hour, but was it at a slow speed, a medium speed? How would you describe it for the jury?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
Go ahead and answer.
I mean, I would guess probably maybe 20 miles an hour.
And I'm assuming that you drive a car daily
Yes, ma'am.
and you've been driving for 10 years, more than 10 years?
More than 10
Okay,
years. Yes.
thank you. Did you ever hear a horn coming from the car prior to you being struck?
No.
Did you hear a horn coming from the car or horn noise coming from the car after you were struck?
No.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 15. It'll again be on the screen. And would you generally characterize this, and it can be displayed, it's already been admitted into evidence.
Yes, permission to publish once again is granted.
Generally speaking, do you recognize this as the parade route? If you look in the upper right part of the screen, there's like a purple line that kind of goes down White Rock Avenue, takes a right, and it goes down Main Street. Does that look familiar?
Yes.
And that would be the route of the parade that day?
Yes.
And direct your attention to approximately shortly after Main and Barstow. There's a star, a yellow star, and then if you connect that line to the yellow star, it says your name and Remax Services. Do you see that?
Yes.
Would it help if we zoomed in, or you can see it from there?
I can see it.
Okay. Why don't we zoom in a little bit so maybe the jury can see it? I don't know how familiar you are with Waukesha, but the roads are kind of a little crazy. And would that accurately reflect where you were struck?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. After you were struck, what did you observe of the parade route?
I mean, it was very chaotic. There was people at that point that began running and screaming to either help others or flee from the area. There was a group that came to me and helped me over to the side of the road.
Were you able to walk?
No, my knee was injured, so.
What did you do what happened after you got to the side of the road?
Initially, the people that came to me helped me sit in a chair on the side of the road, and then eventually, moments later, they moved us into the building that was right there, which was the Smart Asset Realty.
And that's also in the area, I think it's reflected on Exhibit 15, that would be in the area of where you were struck?
That's correct, yes.
What did you do once you got into the Smart Asset Realty building?
I mean, there was several other people that were in there as well. And I sat there and waited. There was a nurse or someone that had some medical experience that kind of looked at me, and then I waited until later on when there was a police officer that came back and escorted me to the hospital.
So the police officer transported you to the hospital?
Correct.
Was that Waukesha Memorial Hospital?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 20. And I'm going to ask you, it'll just be in front of you initially. I'm going to show you a couple seconds of that and ask you if you recognize what's contained in that video. It is a 3-second video, so I'll actually show the whole thing to you before we ask that it be admitted and published. So why don't you take a moment to view that? Is it on the screen in front of you?
Yes.
Okay. Did you recognize that video?
No, I had not seen that before.
Do you recognize, though, what took place in that video?
Yes.
Can you describe to the jury what you just saw?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled. Not hearsay.
It was a video of the events that took place that day where I was struck by the vehicle.
I would ask the court to admit this exhibit into evidence and also to allow the state to publish it. It'd be Exhibit 20.
Mr. Brooks, anything?
Objection.
The objection is noted, it's overruled. Exhibit 20 is received, permission to publish is granted.
Now, before we start the video, do you recognize the white van that's depicted, I'd say, in the upper third of the screen?
Yeah, that is the Remax van.
And you see approximately where you are on this frame?
Yes.
And can you, I don't know if you can do it with the video, but if you can just circle it, or circle you. Okay.
Well, the top of.
Yeah. Can we clear that? I think you circled a couple people. There's one, and I think before you circled yourself, you were wearing a red sweatshirt right there. Okay, thank you. If you can clear the screen. And let's take a look at the video. Thank you.
Objection. We just looked at the video.
Overruled.
And did that accurately depict the car hitting you from behind and then rolling over your legs?
Yes.
What injuries did you suffer as a result of this, generally speaking?
2 torn ligaments in my right knee, and then to my spine, like my lower spine. 2 vertebrae were like compressed, and then my tailbone.
And those were all the results of being struck?
Oh, correct.
Thank you. Nothing further. Thank you.
Any cross, Mr. Brooks?
Yes, Your Honor. You stated that when you were struck from behind, you didn't hear or see the vehicle approach. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you estimated this. Did you estimate the speed, or do you recall how fast the vehicle may have been going?
When it hit me, no, I was not able to see that.
When it passed you?
They had asked me when it passed me afterwards what I would estimate it to have been. And I said, if I had to guess, it was probably around 20 miles an hour afterwards.
Would it be fair to say from the videos that we just saw that the vehicle wasn't traveling fast?
Your Honor, I'm just going to, for the record,
Grounds.
just clarify that the video is showing at 50% speed.
Grounds? Wow.
I didn't know that initially, I guess.
Nobody knew that.
Can you play it at full speed then, please? And then he can ask the question.
Certainly.
Go ahead, your question, sir.
And you said that you would estimate the vehicle was going around 20 miles per hour?
Correct.
And how would you come to that estimation?
I guess I'm not sure how you want me to answer that question.
The
And
basis for you saying 20 miles per hour.
based on previous experience with vehicles, traffic.
So would it be fair to say you don't know for sure how fast the vehicle was traveling?
There's no way for me to say for sure how fast the vehicle was going. I was not driving it.
You stated that you fell to the ground. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Did you at any point get a description of the driver of the vehicle?
No.
Were you able to make out if anyone was in the vehicle besides the driver?
No.
Did you get a license plate number?
No.
Did you file a claim in this matter?
There was a police report filed, yes.
Do you remember the name of the officer that you filed the report with?
No, I do not. It was an FBI agent.
Do you recall the date that you were interviewed or that you made the report?
November 21st.
Would that be with the FBI agent as you just stated or with local law enforcement?
The FBI.
I know it's kind of far, but can you see this paper that I'm holding?
Yeah.
Is that your handwriting?
If you can't see it that close,
I-
just say you can't.
I can't read it from here.
We have the document camera we can put up.
Can you see if we can get this up and just project
Okay,
it on the
thank
screen?
you.
Apparently it takes about 2 minutes to project it. Yeah, just to verify, this will just be previewed for the witness. It does have personal identifying information on it.
Okay.
I would somewhat object to that, Your Honor. This is a public trial. We have to remember that.
Your objection's noted.
Oh, it's upside down. Okay.
I had to hit the
Can
video
you
camera.
move it up a little bit? Well, can you see that?
It's not in front of her
Oh,
yet. so
I'm
we
sorry.
did that. We just wanted to make sure we could get it working.
I'm sorry.
Should be there momentarily.
I apologize.
You wouldn't have known. There you go. It's up.
Is that your handwriting on this document?
Yes.
And you stated that you gave a report to the FBI on November the 21st. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Is it correct that this date here says 12/29 of 21?
That's not what this form is.
What would this form be?
That was a form that was filled out as a follow-up based on my experience at the parade. I spoke with someone in person on the 21st.
Do you know who provided you with this form that we're looking at?
I believe it was through the Victims Witness program. I don't recall correct. No. It was emailed to me, I believe.
So would it be fair to say then that the report you filed was with Officer Wagner?
You talking about this report or previously?
The report of the being struck
On the 21st of November?
on the 21st of November.
Do you know the name of the individual you spoke with on the 21st?
Not offhand, no.
Do you recall stating in the report that you filed on November 21st that you saw a red SUV go to the left of the float and then to the right in front?
I don't believe that's what I recall is what I had stated earlier was that I saw it veer to the left of the float. From there, I wouldn't have been able to see.
Would it be fair to say that, reading from the report that you gave on November the 21st, that it says that you saw a red SUV go to the left of the float and then to the right in front?
I don't have the report, so
Would you like to see it? I have read it.
Mr. Brooks, do you want to show her the report? Then you need to put it on the document camera. Preview it again. Oh, go ahead.
Your Honor, that is not the report. I believe that may have been notes that were with the report that went to Mr. Brooks. That is not the report.
Looks to be a summary of what she may have provided to another officer, FBI agent, but not the report itself. So in light of that, she's not going to be questioned on that unless that helps refresh her recollection.
Does it?
Look at it, it's in front of you, right?
yeah.
Does that in any way help refresh your recollection about what you may have told an investigator in this case?
I
On the
believe
21st, sorry.
Yeah, I believe this was a year ago, but I believe what I said was that I witnessed it continue to drive, veer to the left to avoid the van that was in front of me, and then continue driving without stopping.
And just so the record is clear, because it was being used, I think, to refresh her recollection. After she reviewed it, I turned off the camera. So it's not in front of her at the moment.
Would it?
It's being given back to you. Go ahead, ask your next question.
I have the actual report too, if that may help. Would it be fair to say that you testified that you don't recall hearing anything or seeing anything before you were struck, correct?
Correct.
And now this is reading from the report, page 1.
I guess the proper foundation for Mr. Brooks to use would be if reviewing a report would refresh her recollection, and then based upon her answer, he would go from there.
Well, you could also just directly ask the question, since it's on cross-exam. Isn't it true that you said X to the investigator? But you need to quote directly then from the
I tend
report.
to.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Quote right from here. Is it true that you said when you were walking, well, it says White explained when she was walking, she heard screaming, and as she looked around, she was hit by the red SUV. Does that refresh or help you recall anything that happened on November 21st?
No,
Do you recall saying that?
I do not recall those exact words, no.
Do you recall saying that when this is all it's explaining like in the third person, I'm assuming, it says White, as she lay on the ground, White stated she observed the red SUV go to the left of the float and then to the right in front of the float.
Again,
Hold on, she may answer. Go ahead.
as I previously stated, I observed the van go towards the left, the vehicle go towards the left of the van, at which point there was no indication that it was stopping or anything, and that it continued from there. I could not see what happened beyond it going to the left of the van because the van was in front of me blocking my view.
It also says White stated the vehicle appeared to be traveling extremely fast and it did not slow down or even brake. But you just said that you couldn't see the vehicle once it veered around the van. Is that fair to say?
As it veered to the left of the van, it did appear to be moving fast, yes.
Would it be fair to say that the video footage doesn't show that?
Objection, that mischaracterizes the video footage, as
Grounds.
the video was cut off shortly after striking Miss White.
You're making an argument, which is something you can do later, so I'll sustain the objection as to the form of the question.
It goes on to say White did not observe the driver of the SUV and could only describe the SUV as red, and it appeared to be a lower rise, in quotation marks, SUV and maybe a Traverse. Do you recall saying that?
I said it was of similar size to a Traverse.
What is a Traverse?
Objections are relevant.
Well,
Grounds?
overruled. She may answer and explain why she said what she did.
Because, in my opinion, it's a lower sitting SUV or vehicle versus like some of the higher, some of them sit up higher and are bigger in size. It was more of a mid-size, lower to the ground SUV, in my opinion. Similar to a Traverse.
Do you recall saying that, and I'm reading from the report again, White stated that she was treated and released at Waukesha Memorial Hospital and sustained bruising, scars, and road rash on her body and a knee injury to her right leg. White stated that she did not have a broken leg, but may have a torn MCL. Do you recall reporting that?
Yes.
So would it be fair to say, and I'm asking this because you said may have a torn MCL, would it be fair to say that at that time you were not sure of the full extent of your injury?
Yes.
About how long were you treated at Waukesha Memorial Hospital?
A few hours.
Just 1 second. And did you file a claim in this matter? Any type of claim?
Yes.
What was that claim?
There were claims that were filed with the state of Wisconsin that were to cover like the cost of the medical treatment that was received.
So the state of Wisconsin offered to pay your medical expenses.
It was through the Victim Witness Protection Program.
So would you consider yourself a party to this matter then?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained, not relevant. Excuse me.
And in the claim that you filed, did you file a claim under an injured party?
Objection. I guess I'm not
Grounds.
understanding the question. It's vague.
Grounds.
She indicated she filed a claim because she was injured.
So
Mr. Brooks, I'm sustaining the objection as to the form of the question. Please rephrase.
do you consider yourself an injured party?
Yes.
Are you a plaintiff in this matter? Grounds.
She's a witness. Sustained.
Have you read or seen the complaint in this matter at any time?
Objection is to relevance.
Grounds.
Overruled. She may answer.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Have you seen or read the complaint?
No, I don't know what complaint is being referred to. No.
And were you aware that you may be called to testify in this matter?
Yes.
And who were you informed by?
The Victim Witness Program and the prosecutors.
So are you saying the state of Wisconsin?
Objection is to relevance.
Grounds.
Sustained. Mr. Brooks, under item 611, please move on to another line of questioning.
At the moment that you were struck, did you observe anyone else struck at that time?
No.
So it'd be fair to say that you were, to your knowledge, at that time, you were the only one that you knew that was struck.
Yes, to my knowledge. At
Would
that
it be-
time.
Would it be fair to say that there were numerous people in the general area that you were at that time?
Yes.
At that time, did you learn about anybody that was struck at the point in time that you were struck?
At the time that I was hit, no.
And you stated that you didn't see any brake lights?
Correct.
You were able to see that from the ground position?
Correct.
From your opinion, did it appear to you that the vehicle was attempting to strike anyone?
Objection calls for speculation.
Grounds?
The way he asked, it, did it appear? If you know, you may answer.
It appeared it was traveling in the direction where it could have struck other people, yes.
But to the best of your knowledge, you didn't know for sure?
That's correct.
No further questions.
Are you ready to wrap?
Just briefly. Ma'am, after receiving medical attention at Waukesha Memorial Hospital, did you receive any other medical attention following November 21st, 2021?
Objection, irrelevant.
Overruled. She may answer.
And directing your attention back to the video, it was Exhibit 20, the one that was the overhead video. Do you recall seeing that video today?
Objection. She never answered the first question.
She said yes.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't hear it.
It was a little quiet, but I heard it.
Do you recall seeing Exhibit 20, which was an overhead video of you being struck?
Today, yes.
Yes. And was that the same red SUV depicted in that video as what you saw after you were struck?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You may step down. She may. You may call your next witness.
The state calls Sarah Waymeyer Aparicio. Madam Clerk, could we also work on getting the rear table switched as the input?
All right.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, what was her name again?
Sarah Waymeyer Aparicio.
Thank you. That's fine. Good afternoon, Ms. Waymeyer Aparicio. If you would please make your way to the witness stand, which is up a riser to my right. When you get there, please remain standing, raise your right hand, and my clerk, Teresa, will swear you in. She's right over here.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do.
Thank you, ma'am. Please have a seat. First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names and spell each for the record.
All right, my first name is Sarah, S-A-R-A-H. My last names are Waymeyer, W-E-H-M-E-I-E-R, and Aparicio, A-P-A-R-I-C-I-O.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you. Ma'am, can you tell us where you work?
I work for the School District of Waukesha.
What was your job title during the 2021-2022 academic year?
I was the Director of Bands at Waukesha South High School.
What kind of things do you do as the band director at South?
Organize all sorts of events, whether it's concerts or marching band performing in parades.
How long did you hold that position?
I held the position on and off over the years for 10 years.
As the band director at Waukesha South, how frequently did you interact with the kids who were members of the band?
On a daily basis.
Okay. And did you know the name of all the kids that were in your marching band during that school year?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Did the band march in the 2021 Waukesha Christmas Parade?
Yes, we did.
Were you there with them?
Yes, I was.
Had you done that in the past?
Yes, I had.
About how many times?
Every year that I was there, we did that parade as well as Memorial Day.
Would you describe it as an event that the kids look forward to?
Absolutely.
When the band marches, are they in formation?
They are.
What about uniforms? Do they have any?
We do have uniforms, yes.
Okay. When you march in formation, is this something that you practice with the band?
We do. We practice with the students that are in the marching band portion of the parade. We had also done another parade in the Dells that year, so we had practiced with that. For the students that are not in marching band, we had practiced during class time for several weeks leading up to it.
How does the formation of the marching band get set up?
So we practice during class, and then we kind of have the general structure of what it will look like, and then student leaders within the section place the students in their places the day of the parade.
So they have a little leeway, but you don't want bass drums marching next to clarinets?
Correct, exactly. So we say these 2 rows will be flutes, so senior leaders help decide which flutes are in those located, or those specified places.
Okay. I'm going to ask that we project Exhibit 21 onto the screen for the witness and the defendant.
Permission granted.
Just let me know when you see a picture in front of you.
Okay. It is here, yep.
Okay, what are we looking at with Exhibit 21? Can you tell us what this is?
So this is an aerial view of our marching band. You can see the names of the students that are identified. Those were all students that were physically impacted by the car that day.
November 21st of 2021?
Correct.
The Waukesha Christmas Parade?
Correct.
Have you reviewed this photograph and the information contained in it before your testimony today?
Yes, I have.
Does it accurately represent the formation of the kids in your band on that day?
It does, yes.
I move Exhibit 21 into evidence and ask to publish.
Any position?
The object.
Exhibit 21 has received permission to publish as granted.
And can we zoom in on that a little bit? There we go. Can you walk us through from left to right, just identifying, I know that we can all read, but just for the record, can you read those names for us and then also tell us what instrument each of those kids is playing?
All right, so first we have Aiden Lofgren on bass drum, Connor Tank on crash cymbals, Justin Golickson on sousaphone, Eric Teagues trombone, Tyler Pudliner on tenor sax, still on the exterior Harry Gofoy on trumpet, then Eleanor Anders on mellophone, Theo Mazza on trumpet, Mara Gilchrist on alto sax, and Sasha Catalan on clarinet.
What's a mellophone?
A mellophone is a marching version of a French horn.
What about a sousaphone?
A marching version of a tuba.
Have you ever seen the Ohio State Marching Band perform?
I have, yes.
I'll withdraw the question.
Could
So-
be the Badgers.
There are 10 members of your band identified in this photograph, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Could we please project for the witness only Exhibit 15? Do you see something on your screen in front of you?
There's a map on the screen.
Are you familiar with downtown Waukesha?
I am, yes.
Okay. Do you recognize what we're looking at in this map?
I do, yes.
Okay. Exhibit 15 was previously received and published. I'd ask to publish again.
Permission granted.
Could we zoom in, Ms. Gussie, on the intersection? There we go. Yep. All right. Do you see a yellow star between Barstow and Gasper Streets on Main Street?
Yes.
And you see the line connecting that yellow star to a box with some green background and some names
I do.
under the banner of Waukesha South Band?
Correct, yes.
Take a moment, take as much time as you need, read through those names in that list. Let me know when you're done.
Okay.
Are the names on that list identical to the names that you previously told us about in Exhibit 21, that photograph of the aerial view?
Yes.
Overruled. She may answer. I believe she did answer, and her answer may stand. The jury will hear that. All right, thank you.
Can you tell us what happened while your band was marching between Barstow and approaching Gasper Street on Main Street on November 21st of 2021?
So I was towards the front of the band. That tends to be where I typically am because if you can imagine a typical parade, there's a lot of stopping and starting as the band is going through the streets. And so I am in connection with our drum majors. Those are the student leaders who have the whistles that give the students the command when they should be forward marching and when we should be marching in place. So I'm helping look ahead to see what's coming down the road while the students are busy playing their instruments. The streets had just narrowed as we got into that point, and there was a lot of enthusiasm in the crowd, and I could feel the energy from the students. And all of a sudden I heard something going on, so I turned around, and at first I thought there was an emergency vehicle or something. I could tell there was some sort of a vehicle trying to get through. And then I started just seeing things flying in the air, and I realized this was not a vehicle waiting for people to move out of the way. I realized this vehicle was running over people. The students around me, we all kind of dispersed at the same time. I thought in the initial moments that it was an accident, but then as I turned and the car went immediately past me, and I could see that the driver was staring straight ahead and knew that, could have clearly seen that they were running over people.
What happened next?
My first impact was to run after the car for a moment, and then I realized, because I watched them run over the people in front of me as well, and then I turned around and I saw my students all laying on the street and screaming. A police officer immediately, what felt like at the time, immediately came running, shots fired, and so my students who weren't injured were all dispersed, and I was trying to at the same time watch over my students in the street, but keep an eye on where the other students who were going so that I could make sure they were all safe as well. But I stayed in the streets so that we didn't know where the shots fired were coming from, so I wanted to make sure that those students in the street were safe as well.
And just to clarify, you mentioned that you heard from a police officer that shots had been fired?
Correct.
You yourself, with the trained ear of a band director, didn't hear any gunshots?
I did not hear gunshots, no.
Okay. I'm going to ask that we project on the screen for the witness only, exhibit number 24, please.
Permission granted.
And can we make sure we're playing this at normal speed? And we're going to turn the volume off while we identify, so we'll leave it off there. I'm just going to play a few seconds without any volume, and then I'll stop and I'll ask you a question, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we've stopped at about 5 seconds into the video. Do you recognize this video?
Yes, that is our band performing.
And I'm not sure how familiar you are with downtown, but do you know the businesses that your band is in front of right now?
We're by Davino Gelato and Martha Merrill's.
Okay.
And then the Alo Chocolat and everything is on the other side as well as an apartment building.
Okay. Have you reviewed this video before your testimony today?
Yes, I have.
Does it accurately depict what happened to your band the
Yes, it
afternoon of
does.
the parade? Move exhibit 24 into evidence and ask to publish.
Any position, Mr. Brooks?
Objection. If the witness has seen this video before, how would that corroborate with the testimony?
Your objection is noted. It's overruled. Exhibit 24 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
We are going to play this entirely through. It's 30 seconds long. We're going to play it once with the audio at normal speed. Go ahead. All right, let's pull it up again and set the speed to 50%. And turn the audio off. And we're going to play to a certain point, and then I'll say pause, and then I'll ask you some questions when we pause, okay?
Objection, what is the relevancy of playing it at slower speed?
Your objection's noted. It's overruled. Permission granted.
Go ahead and play. Pause. We've paused at 11 seconds. From viewing the video up to this 11-second point, can you tell us who in your band was struck by that SUV so far?
So far, that would have been Aiden, Connor, Justin, Eric, and Tyler, I believe at that point, perhaps also Harry.
And let's resume at the 11-second mark, please. Pause. We've paused at 16 seconds. Would it be fair to say that the remaining students we've been talking about today were struck after that point?
Correct.
And now we've reached a point where the SUV is completely past all of your band members?
Correct.
I'm going to ask that we project for the witness only exhibit number 23.
Go ahead.
We're just going to play a few seconds at normal speed here without any audio. Pause. We're 5 seconds in. Do you recognize this video?
Yes, I do.
Did you see yourself in the video?
I did.
Does this video depict the same marching band in the same area of Main Street on November 21st?
It does.
I'd move exhibit 23 into evidence and ask to publish.
Any position, Mr. Brooks?
Objection.
Your objection's noted. It's overruled. Exhibit 23 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
We'll play this once through at normal speed with audio, please. At the tail end of that video, we saw a red SUV. Is that the SUV you've been talking about during your testimony?
That is, yes.
Okay. And can we go back to the beginning of that video? We'll turn the audio off. And we'll just play a few seconds here from the beginning. Pause. We are 2 seconds in. Do you see yourself on the screen?
I do.
So that's a touch screen in front of you. Would you mind drawing a circle around yourself? All right. So you are directly above the black shirt band banner.
Correct.
All right. And then we can clear that. All right, we did it already. Thank you. I'd ask that we put up for the witness only exhibit number 22, please.
Go ahead.
Just going to play a few seconds without any audio for the witness only. Pause. And we've stopped at 7 seconds. Do you recognize that video?
I do.
What does this video show?
This video also shows the car coming through as well, and different angle in terms of some of the students dispersing as well, some of them getting struck by the car.
Is this video also an accurate representation of what happened that day?
Yes, it is.
Move exhibit 22 into evidence and ask to publish.
Any, Mr. Brooks, any
Objection.
opposition?
Objection.
The objection is noted. It's overruled. Exhibit 22 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
We're going to play this in its entirety. It's 32 seconds long with the audio. Did you see yourself in that video?
I did.
Let's go back to the beginning, please, and set it to play at 50% speed. And we'll turn the audio off this time. And we'll play from the beginning. Let's pause. We've paused at 9 seconds. Can you use the screen in front of you and circle yourself if you see yourself? Can we clear that, please? And we'll resume at the 9-second mark. Pause. We've paused at 21 seconds. You testified earlier that you initially ran towards the vehicle as it was driving away, is that right?
Correct.
Do we see you do that in this portion of the video?
Yes.
If you see yourself, can you circle yourself on the screen? So you're in the bottom right-hand corner. Is that a yes?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Thank you. We can take that down. Did you see that red SUV stop at any point?
No.
As you were in real time remembering the events of that day, do you recall seeing any of your students getting hit?
I did not see any of my students get hit, only of the group in front of me. I just saw, like I said, things flying because they were in the formation that came through the middle.
In the immediate aftermath, after the vehicle had gone through and after you had run after it briefly, did you have any personal interaction with any of your students who had been hit?
I did. There were several on the ground, and they were surrounded by other bystanders who stepped in. So I just basically was circulating on the ground between the students who were injured, and then the students had run away to several shops in the area. And so I was just it probably was an hour, it felt like. I don't really know how much time it was exactly, but rotating between the students who were injured as we were waiting for first responders, as well as checking on the students and trying to at least keep the kids who were not injured in a space where we knew where they were, so we could safely get them home once all of our injured students had been picked up by first responders.
Do you know whether any of those students that you had personal interaction with had to be transported to the hospital?
There were several students that had to be taken to the hospital.
Do you know in general the nature of some of those injuries?
There was many broken bones, a lot of, there was internal bleeding, dental work that needed to be done, lots of stitches, cuts, abrasions, sprains, torn ligaments.
Did you remain in your capacity as the Waukesha South marching band director for the remainder of that academic year?
I did.
You eventually went back to school after that Sunday, the 21st, is that right?
That is correct. So we went back to school once we were assured that we had as many students that were still left in the area back to get them on the bus back to school.
You're talking about that night, Sunday
That
the
evening,
21st?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And in the days that followed, kids
Yes.
came back to school.
They did, yes.
And you had personal interaction with the members of your marching band?
Yes, I did.
Your objections noted, it's overruled.
Can we please put Exhibit 21 back up on the screen? And this has previously been admitted. It's the diagram. I'd ask that we put it up for the jury as well.
Go ahead.
Based on your own observations that day, your interaction with the students in the immediate aftermath, and your review of the video evidence here today in court, how many of those 10 members of your marching band were either struck or run over by the red SUV?
They all were.
Can you tell us whether or not you got a good look at the driver that day?
I did from the profile.
Approximately how many feet would you estimate you were from the driver at its closest?
Probably 2 feet.
You were still in the street at that point,
Correct.
and the SUV was too?
Yes.
We saw in the video what the lighting conditions were, but could you describe from your own memory what the lighting was like that day?
Objection, irrelevant.
Overruled. You may answer.
The lights were beginning, the sun was beginning to set. However, we were in an area where we were by lots of stores, so the sun was still out, as well as the light coming from all the storefronts.
Could we project on the screen for the witness only, exhibit number 120? Do you see an image on the screen in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Is that image an accurate representation of what the driver of the SUV looked like that day when you saw him?
Completely, yes.
I'd move exhibit 120 into evidence and ask to publish.
120 is received. Permission to publish is granted. May have been received earlier.
Yeah, it's already been received.
I believe you testified a little bit earlier about the driver's demeanor as you observed him. Could you go into more detail about that?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled. She may answer.
So originally my perception just had been that I assumed there was an accident because I could not imagine anything else. But when the car went past me, my perception changed of what was happening completely, because the driver was looking straight ahead, looked very attentive at that point. So the driver clearly was aware that he had hit and run over all of these people. It was not something that could have happened without the driver's awareness. We were also coming up on an intersection of a cross street, and although there was a crowd on the side, again, this is just my perception, but if the driver had been trying to escape the parade route so they were no longer hitting people, I felt like an instinct would have caused the head to turn to see if there was a way out on that side street. But the driver's head never turned looking for a way out of the parade route at that moment. And that's what caused my perception of what was going on that day to change.
When you say side street, you're referring to the street that runs in front of the Martha Merrill bookstore?
Correct.
Jasper Street?
Jasper Street.
And again, just to clarify, when we look at exhibit number 120 here, the person in white, is that a member of your band?
Yes, that is. That is one of the student conductors.
And then the person in the foreground on the right with the blurry face, is that another, I don't know if you know who it is, but can you tell us if that's a member of your band?
That is a member of our band, yes.
Okay. That's all the questions I have for this witness. Thank you.
All right, court's going to take a break before we do cross-exam. Take our afternoon break for about 15 minutes.